all of my good friends from North Carolina, how are you doing? All of you guys and gals that I met there in New Bern, well, I'm back home, you're back in your place of work, and here we are starting the journey. This is your web page or your learning page for the next 30 days. Now, why are we doing this? I told you why. Because you're important. Because you make a significant difference in the communities that you serve. Because you and your department or agency touch every citizen from cradle to grave. Your roads, your bridges, your waterworks, solid waste removal, whatever it is that you do. Even if you're on the admin side, on the fleet side, collectively you touch every citizen from cradle to grave. And look, there's no doubt we're in changing times. There's no doubt that the world went schwang and that Drucker was right. That every couple hundred years in Western history, the society that grandparents knew is completely different than the society the grandchildren know. He called it a time of transformation. And the point that I tried to make to you is you're incredibly important, but the world significantly changed, and maybe the leadership approaches we're using might not be what the times require. I told you were important. I told you were valuable. But I also told you got to act like that. And you got to ask yourself introspectively, are the leadership approaches and the ways that I'm using, the competencies that I'm using, what the times require? And then I laid 3 competencies at your feet. Agent of change, big picture systems thinker, and catalyst for responsibility. So now for the next 4 weeks, we're going to unpack those. This week, we're talking about being an agent of change. You see that I've posted a video on how a process for your own personal change. You'll notice that I posted information and a process for implementing change within your department. And I also posted additional information about that 100 cups of coffee. How do I go and initiate change in my community or advocate for public works or whatever? And I also posted an article about leadership in general that I want you to check out. But here's the drill. The drill is, we're going to do that just like that for the next 4 weeks. But the drill is you need to make a commitment. You need to make a commitment. You're not, the association didn't pay any extra for all that. You need to make a commitment. We're doing all that for just doing it so you can go be better. Because the times require you to have a commitment to be better. So what are you going to work on? If everybody in that room, all 100, 200, whatever it was, everybody made a commitment, and over the next 30 days emphasized it, we all said North Carolina would be better in 31 days. So what's going to be your commitment? In your family, in your workplace, in your community? What are you going to do? APWA North Carolina has a reputation for being the standard bearer, trailblazer, innovator, creator, getting things done, making things happen, and being a beacon to others to follow. Well, we need you to be that again. You know we're going through difficult times. Many of departments just like yours all across North America going through difficult times. And they need somebody that will be the beacon of hope. You know where hope comes from? Hope comes when I see somebody else do it, or I hear of somebody else doing it. I see somebody else do it, I hear somebody else do it, I get hope. But usually it gets extinguished very quickly. That little spark of hope can be kindled though. You know how to do it? You kindle it by telling them how that thing happened, that implausible, that improbable, and that seemingly impossible thing. When I learn how it happened, not only do I have hope, but now I'm equipped to make it happen myself, and my hope even grows more. And then when I'm supported in the endeavor, that hope turns into tangible action, and I get things done myself. Now we have that. We have all of the ingredients for that to happen here. You go do something awesome. I'll tell the rest of the country and beyond. You'll explain to them how you did it. We'll support them in it, and they'll transition. They'll innovate. They'll create based on what you showed them how to do. And you know what's funny about that hope cycle? It self-perpetuates. So if we want to take on today's difficult challenges, we need someone to stand in the gap. We need someone to step out. We need someone to commit. You. And then as you go and do the thing you commit to, we'll celebrate you. And those that are innovating and creating will tell everyone else, and hope will spring up. There's no doubt you're important. There's no doubt you're critical. And there's no doubt we're in changing times. And my bet's on you. Thank you. And I look forward to hanging out with you for the next month. Take care, everybody.